Hey everybody, Billy Bob here. It's finally Friday, but it's not a really happy finally Friday. It's sad. We've had the Brown University killings swirling around us for about a week, and then yesterday, tragic plane crash, Statesville, North Carolina. Greg Biffle, the Biff, as he's nicknamed, his wife Christina, daughter Emma, and son Ryder killed in a plane crash, along with Dennis Dutton, his son Jack, and a family friend, Craig Wadsworth. Nobody knows what happened at this point to cause the crash. It was a crash that they had taken off just recently from Statesville Airport and turned around, came back to land. You could see in the landing the rear of the plane kind of bounced off the runway. Then all of a sudden there was an explosion, and the rest from there, it's history. A tragic accident. Greg Biffle, prominent NASCAR, we'll call him a star. He is a star because he was nominated, or has been nominated, for the NASCAR Hall of Fame. He raced for a long time in all three different series of NASCAR: the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, the Busch or the Xfinity Series, and then the NASCAR Cup Series. So I won't get too deep into the weeds about all his accomplishments, but I will tell you that he ran 515 races in the top series, the NASCAR Cup Series. He had 19 wins. His biggest win was the 2003 Pepsi 400 at Daytona. He finished second in the NASCAR Cup Series standings one year behind Tony Stewart. That's in the Chase era. He had 20 wins in the NASCAR Busch Series, and then another 17 wins for a total of 56 wins in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, which is where he actually started his career with Roush Fenway Racing. Recommended to Jack Roush, the matriarch of Roush Fenway Racing, by Benny Parsons, the late Benny Parsons. He had seen Greg drive up in the Northwest. Greg's from Washington, Washington State, and so Greg got in. He won a NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series championship, and then he went on from there. He did do some good things. He did a lot of great things, or a lot of good things. I'll tell you right now, the Biffle was not my favorite driver. He was a little brash. But you have to be brash in NASCAR. He was a little cocky, confrontational, but that's kind of what made the sport what it was. It's not as confrontational today. But Biffle, he was never the number one driver at Roush Fenway Racing. You had Jeff Burton there. You had Carl Edwards, but Biffle survived. And he did a great job. So he actually made their championship series. For those of you who don't know, it's called the Chase, and 2005 was his breakout year. He had 6 wins, and the most of any driver that year. Qualified for the Chase, and that's the year he finished second behind Tony Stewart, 35 points behind him. He tied with teammate Carl Edwards in points, but won the tiebreaker on races. But 26, he kind of went backwards. didn't make the chase. And then in 2017, he was the second best of the non-chase drivers. As the chase expanded, it expanded to a 12 driver format. But then in 2008, 2009, 2010, he made the chase in each and every year. So this is one of the reasons why that puts him into the category of being nominated for the NASCAR Hall of Fame. He retired, I believe it was 2013. That was his last win in the Cup Series. The Quicken Loans 400 at Michigan International Speedway. I believe he won a race after that in the Truck Series. He went back and raced for Kurt or Kyle Busch. But maybe the most important thing he did in his life, which was cut 1 week short of his 56th birthday, but maybe the most important thing that Greg Biffle did in his life was after Hurricane Helene, he owned a helicopter, and he used that helicopter to survey the area in and around Western North Carolina and help people, bring them supplies. And I'm not sure about the rescuing part, but I know he brought people supplies and was very instrumental in the recovery or the relief effort in Western North Carolina. So today, and as we move forward, we say a prayer for the Biffle family, not only the family that passed away, but the family that lives on, his relatives, I'm not sure about his parents, if they're still alive, but his parents, his siblings. We pray for the Dutton family, Dennis and their son Jack, and their family friend, Craig Wadsworth. So that's it for Finally Friday. It's a wrap. America, land of the free, because of the brave. Stay focused, America. Billy Bob, peace out.